guarantee you that. Yeah, they put a big one.
So we're gonna
And
have, I
they
guess, a
fixed the
Bose thing. in there.
Camera so that it's not over there looking at the back of Eric's head.
Bald spot.
Right now, they're using this little camera for now. Can you go back to your?
Brick coming?
No, Britt can't come, so if we have anything, I can.
That's
I know that
Romer's
topic.
gonna be like
It'll be
jumping right out of that screen.
It'll be good now.
I think we're gonna miss that.
We're recording?
Yep.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Meeting to order. Welcome to the regular Tioga County IDA monthly meeting for July 1st, 2026. Quick roll call. John Ward, I'm here. Brenda Ivanic.
Here.
Tracy Manel. Eric Knowles. Here. Kevin, we think is coming, but not here quite yet. Barbara Case is excused. Ron Seattle.
Here,
Joe, Casey, Lisa, and Megan's online. Welcome, Megan. Lonely room for privilege of the floor, so I don't think anybody wants to get on a soapbox today.
I think someone wants to attend next meeting.
Next meeting? Okay. What do they want to chat about?
They have, they just submitted a small business loan application to the.
They want to come to the meeting, talk about?
Yep, they wanted to come in case there were
I
any
think I got
questions.
root canal that day.
I,
Just got scheduled.
they did want to come to this meeting. I said that,
They're certainly
Might not-
welcome to them, and the other thing, if they wanted to, I mean, they could come to our loan committee meeting virtually, that would probably make more sense.
okay, I can follow up with them with that.
If they want to come to this meeting, you're gonna have a bizarre spot. Yeah, I'd encourage them to, if they want to
They
attend,
might need a root canal too.
jump to a loan committee meeting would be better.
I'll follow up with them.
Why don't you follow up with
All right.
follow, not
make sure
follow,
the dentist
Okay.
or
but follow without schedules or
Not follow it up?
follow, not follow.
Oh, okay, I didn't say foul.
Focus, people. Focus.
Sorry,
Oh,
it's Tracy. No.
off the rails.
Good call, good call. I'm good.
Okay. Approval of June regular meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second. Moving right along.
You said focus, buddy.
Focus, we're focused. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Here. Financials, I don't know if anybody had a chance to look at those. I had a couple tweaks. I see the balance sheets are good. I think P&L's fine. We just gotta move some income from leases and licenses over into railroad. I think that was the last two payments that are in there.
Well, I think with my railroad money. The best it's looking, you just go with it. It's true.
Do you have anything, Brenda? Now financial statements. Second. Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Carried. Committee reports are all pretty quiet on your. I have anything to add on. See what else did it. Right through 6, number 7. New business, there's a few items here. Casey, did you want to talk real quick about the Village of Owego application?
Yeah, so the Village of Owego applied for New York Play's application. We submitted that, we tried to talk to John about it ahead of time, so one of the issues the village is having with is that we don't have necessarily the funds to for the cost of the project, but until reimbursement, so we did kind of talk to Joe, see if the IDA would, if it would be allowed, if the IDA could, finance the project until we are reimbursed from the state. Joe said it would probably be okay. We talked to John about it, so we just kind of wanted to let you guys know, and there's another topic coming up on the agenda here. We talked about it probably a lot now, the HUD funds. So we were talking about we already approved making that that revolving loan fund for community projects, but we're thinking of adding a component where we could offer it to municipalities for situations like this, so they could have a way to fund these projects while waiting for reimbursement. We won't find out if they were awarded the New York Plays for probably a year or so, somewhere in there, 6 months, and then probably another 6 months before, anything even happens with the project. So we have some time to figure out the financing component to this, but I did just kind of want to give you guys an update on that and see what you thought, and we could further talk about, adding that component to the revolving loan fund.
So in essence, we would be bridging their need for funding, since it's a reimbursement grant. And again, it just led into the topic of discussion under old business, which is item B. Or if we can tuck that into that like fund, again, we more or less are just administering the program at that point rather than using direct IDA money. So more to come, but it sounded like the village was apprehensive about applying without some level of commitment from somebody that might be able to help bridge them.
Casey, you might want to give conversation out to Village Wave when they applied as well.
Yeah, anyone who's interested in, we try to reach out to, Candor was interested in the program too, but they didn't qualify. So, the reason we were working with the village is because they're a disadvantaged community technically based on New York State. So you're allotted more funding than other communities and you get a higher level of points on this application than like Candor didn't even qualify. They were 1 point short because they aren't a disadvantaged community. So we're just trying to get some of the funds in the county. I know Marley, our community development specialist, has been reaching out to a lot of municipalities, seeing if they're interested in funds. And we kind of have some other ones we're going to talk about later. There's a New York Kicks program that's new too. That's on the agenda. So we've been trying to spread it a little bit evenly throughout the county. But I think we do need some kind of acknowledgement or a motion from the board saying that it's okay that the IDA will help bridge the funding gap,
We need that yet, Joe?
or do we not?
Well, really,
Do we wait?
I'm sorry.
the village just applied. They don't need anything from us yet.
Oh, no,
Right.
we should,
Okay, so we don't need to do that yet. Okay.
I'm sorry. What are they looking to do?
It's
Playground.
new playground
Playground?
equipment down at the Little
We
League
feel-
field.
In Little League, yeah, thinking of doing, they applied for an NPR grant and they weren't awarded. It was one of the most amount of applications, I guess, the NPR program has ever had. So we did not get any. Our county actually got the least amount of funding out of it for county. So we were trying to find another way to get their project going.
We had a CD, again, come up for renewal. It's only 10-day grace period, so finance committee had a quick email thread going. We agreed to renew that for 6 months at 355. We just looked for a board.
They're dropping like,
They are dropping. I think that was a 25 basis point reduction from where we were at.
mhm.
The brutal part of the rate environment that we're in is your highest rates are very short term.
Yeah.
So it's like, we're just constantly renewing CDs. Which is, it's okay, and Chemung's remained, the most aggressive, and when we roll them like this, I don't even have to fill out paperwork. We only have to change paperwork for changing terms, so I would look for just a motion from the board to acknowledge finance committee's decision to renew that CD for 6 months at 355.
Make a motion.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Barbara brought up, potentially looking into an I class, first place in money. It looks like yields would be actually probably a little lower than that CD, but you'd have more liquidity. Personally, I'm more on board of where we have things, just because you're giving money to employers in the county versus an I class, which holds their office out of downtown Denver, Colorado. But I mean, if we ever, I'm fine if people wanted to research that, it'd give you a little bit more immediate access to funds if you needed it. In the case of these,
Actually, I think if you stay within our investment policy, we have to have, unless we change that. I'm fine with it.
If liquidity is an issue, then.
Right, and
then-
right now it's not, I mean.
Right.
We're actually in pretty good shape in regards to that. We just got our last payments on one of our IRP loans, after door mobile dog grooming, so.
Where is it?
Joe's office is working on the.
Where is this?
It's in
Yep.
Waverly, right?
At your door mobile,
They're up here.
I think they're out of Waverly, I know they work in Chemung as well, they're mobile, so they kind of go everywhere.
Hence the name.
Yes. So when we have to do our site visits with them, they come to our office with their.
Oh, nice
little-
with the truck.
With a truck, yeah,
We
in our parking lot.
Did we figure out what we had as
Traveling
on
clip.
that? Was
I
it,
think
was
this
it
is
the
the
vehicle?
vehicle.
So we're gonna do a full
Mhm.
piece on that.
Yep.
Right.
Novel sales tax exemption, so we had an active sales tax exemption in place with them that just expired in April.
No, it expired last October, I think.
Oh geez, it was that long ago.
Yeah,
Shouldn't have said that. We were feeling
Well,
like
that's,
this about.
so they still have an active project going on on North Avenue, but we're just gonna go ahead and tell them to reapply.
if you guys want them to reapply, that we would tell them that's,
I think it's based on,
because it's a new project technically.
it's a new project. We had already kind of blurred the
Close them
lines
out.
a little bit, but we had them, I think we had them actually apply. They originally applied at 5355, which is a long since completed project, and then should have probably started from scratch across the street, so
Mhm.
they'll start from scratch on this one, so that'll be coming.
Yeah, it's a Main Street grant now instead of DRI, so it's different.
Oh, that's different too.
Yeah, so then I
Okay.
think this.
Yeah,
was
let's just
different.
clean break. and
What's
get
NAVO stand for?
that done.
I don't know, to be
They're-
honest.
They're, well, right now,
It's
their
out of
ownership's
Cleveland.
actually different. The guy's out of the city.
Some dirtier and dirtier.
Yeah, Alex,
He's been okay in regards to the work they've done, actually. It's where Roasted used to be. Then there's
What do they do?
well, hello.
the property owner. It's just, they're just a property investor on North Avenue. So they completely redid one of the Burns Road buildings, and they actually did a pretty darn nice job over there, and now they're redoing one that used to be owned by them.
All right.
New York Kicks program, back up, Casey.
Okay, so the New York Kicks is a new program that the state offered. We have, Tioga County Youth Soccer Association and Hiawatha League are interested in applying. The Youth Soccer Association has 6 to 7 clubs, and then I don't know how many Hiawatha has, but they have a certain amount as well. We were looking to apply for this program, and have the IDA be the applicant and then grant these clubs, because the clubs are, all across the county, all different areas, that it'd be easier to have one individual applicant. The minimum request is $750,000. No, sorry, $75,000. So it's a 50%, sorry about that. So it's
They're
a,
shin guards.
yeah, so it's a 50%. So it's a 50% match, so the total, if they did the minimum, they'd have to apply for $150,000. This can be used for all kinds of, soccer related improvements, lights, field work, new equipment, things like that.
You're not gonna get liked, I'm just saying.
After that.
We're in the process of looking for alternative sources to match the funds. Cause these clubs would have to, if we were to grant funds to the clubs, they would be required to do the 50% match. So if one club got $20,000, they'd have to match match the $20,000. So that's something we are working on as well. We're just looking to see if the IDA would be willing to be the applicant for this grant. We wouldn't be awarded, of course, for another year, probably. The application is due July 31st. So if we end up not applying, we'll let you guys know. We're in the beginning stages of that. We just wanted a motion to approval, like for approval to apply.
Anybody got an issue with that?
And listen, I'm all about it, but it seems pretty far afield from the industrial development.
Well, that's the only challenge. I mean,
Youth soccer
is there-
association.
is there anybody else that there's no other county department that makes sense to? or-
Well,
That's the only
it needs to be a nonprofit of public authority.
Yep.
I think are the two options for applicants, so it's kind of,
That's bizarre, because obviously the end recipient isn't any of those things.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they-
Well, they're a nonprofit, both of the
Oh, no.
Youth Soccer Association and Hiawatha League.
Okay, so.
well, I'm all about I'm all about the concept, right? I've been watching this, I've been kicking this grain around for a while.
Oh, yeah, that was good. That was good.
But we were gonna run it through the rec,
Yeah,
through like Waverly Rec, which is a nonprofit.
Yeah, why
Right,
didn't the
right.
Boys and Girls Club do this application?
I'm not sure. I know schools aren't eligible,
Schools
so
are
that
not
was one,
eligible,
and
so I
most
agree.
schools were,
Boys and Girls Club next.
no.
And they are a
considered-
nonprofit.
I guess we could ask them as well, but I'm not sure if they were interested in applying. We can, if you guys wanna think about it, we could,
We can kick it down the road.
it's due the
Till
31st.
the 31st.
We were just looking
But
for,
then the issue would be the Boys and Girls Club, that's a WeGo.
Well, I mean, honestly, I mean, technically Hiawatha or TCYSA could
Yeah.
apply direct.
Right.
TCYSA, the challenge becomes is you are spread out between every town in the county. And somebody would have to take the lead on that.
yeah, and the clubs are individually pretty small, so.
You're gonna have the lead.
And
You're gonna
somebody's
take the
gotta-
lead and you're gonna monitor all the youth soccer programs out of the IDA. This is one of those
And you're
things
gonna
that seems like a great
administer-
idea.
You're gonna have to administer everything. Yeah.
Who gets what, how,
I don't.
that's, I mean, that's
Where do
my,
you see the administration of this, once it, I mean, if it lands here, how do you see that as, that being?
who's handing the money out to who?
Yeah, who's gonna have their hands in the day-to-day operation of such a thing?
Be our office doing that work. We already kind of do something similar, with the snowmobile club. Kind of, but it's less reporting, less, I think, specific documentation, but that's only comparison I can
That's the
kind of
North
think.
town that built the building?
Get ourselves into shit all the time. All the time. And we go, what were we thinking of that? 10 years down the road. I guess I don't see any problem with making the application and hoping we don't get the money and then we don't have to worry about it. I don't know. It's just, it's like Eric said, we're getting ourselves into the weeds here, I think.
Pretty far afield with like, that's from our, you know what I mean, mission.
I guess, yeah, I would say the same, with something that doesn't seem like it's a terrible good fit. Is there anybody else out there that could, if you're gonna do all the work anyway,
Mhm.
and it's a matter of somebody else applying, which you're gonna do most of the applying yourself, and they're just gonna attach their name to it,
Mhm.
I would find at least somebody that has some ability to use some of these funds within their nonprofit, and I'll get them to run with it.
Okay,
Does the Boys and Girls Club have a soccer field or a practice soccer field
Or
or?
who soccer.
They don't really
No.
do soccer over there.
no, it's mostly these two clubs that do it.
Yeah.
But in regards to that thought, I mean, is there a way to, give you guys the okay to give as much support as needed, to just
Well, yeah,
get the application done and get their name on the top of it, whoever it ends up being, Hiawatha or TCYSA.
or is there a problem? They don't have any money, so they can't match anyway, so. that's
Hiawatha
75,000.
probably is much better off than TCYSA is, because that's much more of a pay to play, whereas TCYSA runs pretty thin.
I think each club has their individual budget.
They
It's kind
do.
of The problem, it's not like.
From a volunteerism standpoint, it's the same issue with every volunteer organization around here. It's the same people stretched super thin
Yeah.
and
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, if this is gonna be a countywide program, I mean, what's that even look like before you start filling out grant paperwork, right? Like, I mean, have you brought these guys together? Do they even know about this? Or is this somebody at Hiawatha that says, hey, we got, I mean, I've known
I don't
about
think
this. for a
it
while.
sounded, yeah, I was gonna say, it must have come from us at the county, I assume, because I go to Tech, I'm on Hiawatha, so
Yeah.
I have to go because I'm a coach and I haven't heard anything about it. I
you're
assume I
about to
can
hear
hear
more.
more, well, not being on that board.
You're about to hear more.
Oh.
John, did you hear that?
No.
John's not gonna be on that board.
Okay.
Because there,
You don't have to
it's
do it.
that season.
It's that season, it's board season.
Yeah.
What about hooker?
Well, I know they've applied to some of those before for
But-
equipment.
Aren't they not for
Yeah,
profit that could
the
apply?
same thing, I don't know, because I know they're same deal. Everybody's stretched so damn thin, nobody volunteers.
But that could be if somebody did get the funds, that could be a matching,
Oh, that's a good thought.
Right.
Yeah, that's what-
Someone throws a pile out there, that
Right.
may be
Yeah.
a matching avenue.
That was our plan, but
Yeah, Hooker would probably
Yeah.
support that.
I mean, I don't have a problem, getting on board with giving some admin support, but I agree, I mean, it seems
Well, what
more
do you say?
sensible to put somebody else on the.
Somebody's gonna hear this and they're gonna be, John Ward said he would do this.
That's what I'm saying, put somebody,
Yeah.
it seems more appropriate.
It's online
whose
now.
Names on
Yeah,
it.
I mean, they're
You've
already
already
taking
said he would be
time.
okay with it.
We got a soccer committee now, yay.
Not
I think it's also the admin perspective that
You're
they don't have
really
the
good with
capacity
being
to
quiet.
admin the grant, so I think that's
Yeah,
kind of,
that's a big responsibility.
because it's individual clubs.
Well, not just that, I mean, I don't know what the grant allows, I mean, is the grant allowed for,
Well,
like
equipment,
a
you're
lot of-
doing equipment, I mean, I do it every day.
but I'm just saying, like, a lot of
Good.
a lot of the DRI funds and everything else allow for an admin cut, so you're paid for your service.
I don't think
I
that,
guess is this one probably don't.
I don't think it does, because I think New York Place does it and New York Swims and their similar programs. It's a new program, so I guess I could research that a little more as well.
But we,
But you-
all the way down the sheet to this point, we spent, talking about a kicks program.
I was excited because I thought it said Nick's.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, me too.
I think it probably needs more information, like on how it would be administered, who's actually party to this. Or we just write the grant, we don't know who's supporting the grant on the ground. Right, like, because
The
that's,
issue's gonna
that's
be,
the
they
issue.
don't have time.
That's what I'm saying. Well, then what are you doing? You know what I mean? If somebody's not gonna administer it, then you're gonna be sitting there doing an inventory. You're gonna be driving around to the Waverly Auxiliary Soccer Field counting how many goals were bought and shin guards as you're trying to do this. I mean, that's what happens with these. The little grants are the worst. Because they just,
Well, she started out at $750,000 and then.
We're getting turf, we're getting some turf, we're getting turf.
Too many zeros.
We're all
you know?
excited about that.
ain't getting turf for $750 either.
Small,
Small.
you ate field,
That's a all-time
Yeah.
$1 million investment.
I mean, I love the idea, but I don't know if you want to administer this, honestly, that's my thought. Unless you come back with a serious plan that says, hey, here's who's gonna administer this. These are the people we got in the 4 quadrants of the county that are gonna do this, and these are our partners in this, and whatever. Right now, the IDA is gonna write a grant, and we don't know who's at the other end of it, essentially.
All right,
That's,
am I hearing we're just not interested at this time?
Table it, we'll
Table it.
table it for
Don't-
now.
don't kill it,
I know,
table
I know it take, I know the timeframe's quick.
Back with it.
Okay.
That was tabled.
An admin plan,
yeah, I think that's the biggest piece.
And, New York Knicks table.
alright. Bell's Blue IRP loan, is this, the vehicles?
Yes,
So Bell's Blue, we took liens on a couple of different vehicles when we closed on that. I think we took a lien on whatever we could because we're a subordinate lender on that behind. So they want to release, they don't want to scrap 2 of the vans,
they're non-functional and
no material value. So we would be making a motion to release 2 vehicles that they are scrapping for no consideration.
So moved.
Unless you want to go do a review of your plan.
Second.
Just wait for a second.
All in favor?
All right.
Anybody opposed? We'll get some, we got all sorts of lien releases for you, Joe. We got a couple vans for Bell Blue and
Yeah.
probably another van for the dog groomer. All right, old business, authorization resolution for parks, right?
Yep, it's just we received our award letter and we just need, they asked for us to do a resolution on letterhead, so Joe prepared a resolution, it's on the table. We just need a motion for John to sign the resolution.
That's this one?
No, it's this one. And again, letterhead. The
That's the railroad.
OPREP grant.
Railroad trail.
Trail and trail?
Eric loves reading those.
Yep. So it's offered by, we'll get a resolution.
Mhm. That's authorizing us
Could you,
to,
like, resolute that?
To accept the funds.
except that's for the big grant, right?
The
So that's a
450,000.
450,000 that we
50,000.
was talking about.
And that's the study that
The
will.
study, yeah.
Yep.
Authorized directed to accept grant funds in the amount not to exceed 450,000 for the project described in the grant application, which is the trail study.
You need a motion
We are looking for a motion
to let Joe move out.
to execute a resolution for us to accept some funds.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. We'll get that out to Parks, Recreation and Historic Preservation.
Thank you.
Depot Road, the appraisals did come in. I have not had a chance to really go through those reports, a whole bunch of action from here.
They go from little to big.
Yeah, we put the major pages in there. It was like, it would have
Oh,
been,
it's a huge, yeah, any
Huge
commercial
document.
appraisal, that's.
we can always pull up other pages if you need, so I just did the cover pages. And
You
then,
have 4 pages?
oh, did you
Oh,
print the
yeah,
whole
man,
thing?
it was
What'd you print?
bigger than that guy's presentation.
Yeah, there's more than this, like 60 more pages.
For each one.
I'm good,
You're good? Oh,
way good.
okay,
I'm behind good.
okay. Yeah, packet would have been too big. So when they put all the appraisals together, the amount increased per acre, however, when they were individual, they were less per acre, I think 17,000.
Than last year's reports. Yeah, and unfortunately, it's the same issue I run into in my day-to-day job all the time. You got comp land sales right out of the local towns of Cato, Webster, and Clay,
Real close by.
right?
They go through up by Auburn.
Those are, I think the one piece that would have been helpful is just the acreage to cost, which I mean, they're in there, right? I saw.
Price per acre.
But they have them, yeah.
This should be in there.
It
was-
like,
it was
like
definitely-
17,000.
It was a sizable disparity between, because I think the market grid that's in
17,800.
here, yeah, they're pretty, actually relatively low on the individual reports, but then the appraiser bumped his numbers all the way up. To 48,000 on the.
On the final, on the full.
On the combined report.
That was the $4 million.
Mhm.
Like, so that's a good question, right? Like, how big of a chunk can you bite off when you're into this, right? Like, I
I
mean,
think in the short term, what the intent of this is to support our New York, our Fast New York application, correct?
So we we're just looking to see if we could get a number that was closer to what, the landowners wanted from us. Yeah, so that we could put that in the application, so then we could receive more funds from Fast New York, because they only give a certain percentage of the total cost, so we just want to get as much acquisition cost covered.
And so that report that pooled all three properties together at least did get us a markup from what we had last.
yeah. what were they asking for that property?
$60,000 an acre.
Which one did that?
I think all of them were,
For
except
everything.
for, it's Sal, I don't think we got an amount from Sally Boyle, but I think from Engelberg.
Engelbert was the one that we were trying to negotiate with last year, and we weren't even close.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
guys-
and honestly, stuff gets you there. Did they list that? Do you know? I know they were saying.
Not
were gonna
yet, they
list
said
it.
they were going to, but I haven't seen it.
State wants to give you the money to buy the property, you love to own the property.
Mhm.
Any reason to spend that kind of.
Crazy, right?
I know it's just the only industrial area we have in.
Yeah. No, it makes sense to keep pushing forward on the
Yeah.
passenger. Right?
Yep. Yeah, somebody will
Then-
call you for it.
Small cities loan funds, is there anything else to cover on that other than what we've already talked about? or-
No, we just wanted, if you guys wanted to agree to us adding that section.
Yes,
that's
yes,
okay.
so is anybody adverse to adding municipal bridging, whatever we gotta put in there?
So moved.
You need a formal motion on that,
Joe, do we need a formal motion for that?
because that's gonna get approved by the legislature anyway at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, do you want it tonight? Is that what you're?
That's a good question. We just want to know if you guys are okay with, well, I guess we don't need it until once you're
The
right. once
legislature
county
makes the
approves
final
it.
decision
Okay,
on
yeah.
that, I don't think you're not gonna get it.
There's no sense of getting ahead.
Yeah, and you're not, I mean, we're just.
Yeah, because that's gonna cost us money to jump.
True.
Yeah, we'll
But
wait.
you know, you really should do it tonight.
Yeah.
Joe's trying
On
to limit his
second
income
thought.
this year, and
Yeah,
Gotta hit a number.
he's working it.
Next item on here is Lake Street redevelopment. There's agreements that, Joe, you've had a chance to review those now, right?
Yeah, I mean, really all they are is like a memorandum of understanding. They just spell out what the potential relationship is gonna be between the parties. It really doesn't commit us to it, but it gives everyone a sense for what their part of the deal is.
So those agreements are out there. We chatted the other day and, obviously anybody on board is welcome to review those. We'd look to make a motion to approve them as of next meeting.
yep, we'll send them out again for everyone to look at.
Basically,
Sometime.
just the relationship between IDA, land bank. And predominantly, it.
Mhm.
So we're gonna talk about that in August.
Well, we
Well,
will
what-
formally look to approve the agreements between parties at that.
Okay.
I'll send it out ahead of time and then we'll send it with the agenda packet for next month.
MRB policy review, they're still working, right?
Mhm.
Nothing to formally look at there. Regards to pilot updates, the first one, we're gonna tuck down into item C moving forward. Sunny East does have a sales tax exemption, and I know they're looking to spend big bucks. We gotta start getting their reporting. Lockheed Martin, Joe sent that to. Lockheed Corporate.
We've finished our part. We passed it on to their council. They've reviewed it, made some changes. We've agreed on everything. And now it's in Lockheed Corporate. When it's coming out, who knows?
TBD. So sales tax, Sunny East will start getting their reporting, and then Art East is looking for a extension.
Yes, so their sales tax exemption expired in April of this year. We did not ask for a renewal at first because they weren't sure if they were gonna proceed with the project because they have a DRI project. They are proceeding with their project after all, so we were just looking for an extension until the end of December of this year because that's when they have to spend all their DRI funds by. And they have a little bit left in there.
That's the other resolution that's on.
Yep, Joe, we got that from Susan.
It's with the,
At the bar, right, page.
Yep.
Resolution approving an extension of the October 4th, 2023 sales and use tax exemption agreement with Artie's Cafe from April 4th, 2026 through and including December 31st, so this will extend sales tax exemption not to exceed $24,000 through the end of the year.
So moved. Second.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Alright,
Any opposed? Okay. Don't think there's a whole lot to update on item 10 here. We're still waiting for the USDA. Regarding whether we can include a sign project down there to spend down the rest of the grant funds. Trail, we just approved accepting the grant award. Next step is to get that grant agreement done,
Mhm.
so we'll see that.
And ARC, yeah, we should see it shortly, once we get all this paperwork to them. And then ARC's in the final part of their review. It was approved at the state level. Now they're waiting for the federal approval.
ERI multi-site, Art East is it, right?
Art East and then 4850 Lake Street.
Right, which that'll be over. Equipment lease, anything new there?
No, we had someone who was interested from Candor, but I haven't heard back from them. I'll follow up.
Nothing new on E, we chatted, I mean, at some point, we'll probably have to let USDA know that we're really not in a position to take $300,000 worth of new loan money, since we've got enough right now that's not getting put to use. Anybody else got anything for the good of the order? Anybody got a reason to go into executive? Anybody good making a motion to adjourn at 5:10?
So moved.
I was waiting for his lead on that one.
Second.
We've been writing seconds.
Second.
I wanna start
Pick one.
saying-
Pick one.
Yeah.
Okay.